I could think back to when I was in junior high school, man. Thomas Fitzsimmons Junior High, what they call it middle school now. 26 in Cumberland, Thomas Fitzsimmons, man, in North Philly, right? And I had a music teacher, Miss Bethune. Me and Miss Bethune was real tight. She used to let me hang out in her class and basically skip other classes, man, but you know, I had an excuse. She would, you know, I would help her choreograph things and put together assemblies. I always was good with orchestrating things, right? For some reason, I always drew crowds and brought positivity out the crowd. That's from like anywhere I was, in the penitentiary, on the street. You know, it was a habit in my life, right? So one day we put together this assembly. It was like a Broadway musical, right? And it was so successful that when we got finished with it, we walking up the hallway in the school and people literally chasing us down for autographs. That's when I figured, dang, I could be some sort of influence, man, you know what I mean? Normally when God blesses you with some type of leadership or some type of influence like this, some type of status, He helps you in it. He doesn't leave you to it. He helps you in it and comes from it blessings. If you're a person that looks for the status and the power and the things like that, He'll make it work against you. Never look for status and leadership. Let it come to you. Shady Jewel. Niggas just beginners. Hit my number twice. You know that I'm a winner. Top lottery pick like I'm CJ Ennis. Fresh the Legend, welcome, man.
Oh, we here?
Fresh the Legend, we here, bro.
Okay.
To the point, man.
Right to the point, huh?
Yeah,
Straight to it. Tell where I'm looking at.
Looking at me, yup.
Oh, straight to you, all right.
Yes, sir.
Like
tell the people, who is Fresh the Legend?
Fresh the Legend is a dreamer. Somebody that had a dream, that wants to see Philly better and wants to see art, you know, come back to its essence and put culture into the community. So Fresh the Legend is a dreamer. Just a young dreamer. Turn into a manifester though now. The dreams are manifesting, but it started out as a dream. So and I guess I got the word legend because I had went to Atlanta for a little bit and I seen how I wanted to change some things in Philadelphia, and I came back with the purpose to be legendary by turning my city into an independent community, circulating the black dollar system to build a market here so we can stay here and flourish how the other major cities are in America.
Man, where did this vision first start? Is this something that just birthed, like you said, from going to Atlanta, or you been had this vision?
No, I had this vision back when I heard the terms sell your soul and selling out, and I wondered why I didn't see Lauryn Hill anymore. And I wondered why I didn't see Mos Def anymore, and Talib Kweli's, and why they had no platform. I learned about like the Illuminati, I learned about the industry, I learned about different things, and I'm like, okay, we had to have something different, and I created something called Fresh Entertainment, which is a place I always dreamed of, where people can come out and be themselves and be pure and do their music the pure essence. That's a vision I had for years. For years, yeah.
So what was the, what sort of started it? What's the motor that made that start moving like that after you came from Atlanta?
The motor honestly was me seeing a lack of resources here and realizing that I can't find them, so I had to create them. And how I create is inspire my people to become entrepreneurs in different aspects of music and do for self with them. And I've been pushing that saying ever since, and it's been working. And I see the difference of before I left from Philly to go to Atlanta versus when I came back. It's a real big difference. It wasn't cool to go to mics and showcase and do independent podcasts before I left. It was cool just to go to the club, you know what I mean? Everybody wanted to ride dirt bikes, you know what I'm saying? Right. And yeah, it was kind of negative. It was in the murder spree, the murder rate was super high. But since I came back and I've been doing consistent shows and showing that it's possible and it's real, the murder rate has gone down. People are believing in themselves more with the artistry.
So your ulterior purpose is unity? or is it a conglomerate of things?
Well, it starts with unity. We can't do anything unless we unify. So before we get to the bigger things, I gotta first get my people to unify. Like we like to kill each other. We like to hate on each other. We like to envy each other. So before I can do anything with my people, I gotta first get them to love each other and unify. And once we do that, which we still haven't done yet, we're starting to try to do it, then we could talk about economics. Then we could talk about, building within the community. Then we could talk about environmental, building. But until we unify and first love each other, we can't do nothing. We're gonna kill each other and rob each other within what we build. We don't have no law within ourselves anymore.
Right. So it's a concept, right, that a people never just unifies for unity's sake, right? They unify upon a common goal. You feel me? So that brings like-minded and like souls together, so to speak. And also it weeds out the wrong individuals. Now I see you, man, you're being very impactful with what you're doing. And like we was talking off camera, it may be a long time, right, before it really materialized, but the seed is planted, right? How do you plan on continuing to water that seed moving forward?
To continue to push these no-death culture events. So I try to say no drill music, only real music. Like try to encourage people to have a message within their music to create hip-hop again. You see, hip-hop was created through talking about the death of Malcolm X and the death of MLK. It was talking about the revolution, the struggle. And we made rhythm with rhyme through talking about situations, and that birthed hip-hop. Hip-hop is everything, but then it became industry when it was bought and sold and packaged. And it's like, I'm taking it back to the essence. I'm taking it back to why it was created. We have a crisis in America, a crisis in our own community. Let's use hip-hop to heal. And with that, wealth does come and prosperity does come, but first we have to unify and do everything from within. Look at the people that started hip hop. They're icons now, they're legends now, because they built the foundation. So I feel like I'm chosen because my chosen task is to make Philadelphia a market. It's something that people never thought they could see. You know what I mean? We do that through hip hop, through culture, through unification.
Cool.
No death culture. Is the foundation of that.
How do you see, all right, you got a drill scene going on, right? And that's in a bunch of the inner cities. It's always been good versus evil. How do you see your movement prospering alongside of that evil force that's maybe working against you? You feel what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, my move is gonna prosper. Simple fact, because the drill scene is literally dying out because they're literally dying. So my artists that I push are living because they rapping my life. Drill scene are dying, rapping my death. So they're not lasting. They're microwave versus oven. We're oven over here. This thing takes time. That's a quick thing. They don't last over a year because they really are doing what they're doing. So I gotta compete with that.
Good analogy.
I don't even have to. Yep.
Microwave
versus the oven.
Compared to an oven. That's a good analogy, man. So let's get into. I want to ask you a question. For a long time now, it appeared that the Philly hip-hop scene, the Philly R&B scene, every industry, for some apparent reason, it feels like, or seems like we're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to being established, right? What do you think is the ultimate reason for that? Us being stagnant as it relates to these industries?
That's a good question. There's a lot of reasons, but I'm gonna say right now is because we lack the business of knowing the game. We just want to do it. We just want to rap. We just want to sing. We just want to be monkeys. We just want to be jokers on a deck. We just want to entertain. We don't want to be owners.
Okay.
We don't want to read. We don't want to go to a workshop. We don't want to watch a YouTube and take notes. We don't want to talk to a mentor and ask the mentor. We don't want to ask the elder how. We just want to just do it. So because of that, we're getting used, you know what I'm saying, to just do what they tell us to do, and we're not getting no real power.
So it's basically we present ourselves as Bojangle.
What's the guy named Drewski came here, and shout out to Drewski. I have no problem with him, but everybody ran there looking for opportunity. Right. They ran there just to entertain him, and I forgot what his thing is called, but it's called something really bad. Like the title of his event.
Something Records. I forgot. Could have been records.
You running to get signed on Could Have Been Records? Come on, man.
It's a mockery.
Come on, man. There's no way. I would ask an artist that I work with, or if I was an artist, I would go anywhere that says could have been. It's a smack in the face. It's a joke. Are you a joke or are you serious? You know? So that's the thing with us. We gotta chill. Right. Love ourselves. You know what I mean?
So what you think it is they looking for?
And we'll go support an outsider fast and we'll support an insider.
Right.
It's a horrible thing we do here.
What do you think perpetuated that to be this way? Because for many years, right, Philly has been a talent hub, right? A talent hub. But we've not, ever since we had Philadelphia International Records with
I can answer your question. I'm just asking. You basically want to know like what makes us not, like what makes the people be so hype about outsiders coming in?
Yeah, not so much as that. I'm ready to go ahead. We had Philadelphia International Records many years ago. Then we had the Lawrence Goodman movement, right? But they were the only two movements in music that I could say made a profound statement. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, we didn't have anything established here to give our own artists. So it was always somebody preying on Philly to grab somebody out, right? What do you think it takes to establish this sort of corporation? Where would you start at? To open up like a big time record label or something like that?
Start off with culture. We don't have no culture. What is the culture of Philadelphia? What is the culture of Philadelphia? I asked that.
By definition, it's nothing definitive.
No, I'm in Philly all my life, so if I say our culture right now, I would say we have a dirt bike culture. We have a great dirt bike culture. Like, that's when I see people coming together, unifying, they're having fun, they're doing their thing. It's actually beautiful, but that's not gonna bring in the money. They ain't gonna bring in the deals. You know what I mean? We don't have no culture when it comes to hip hop. When you go to New York, they have music culture. When you go to Atlanta, they have music culture. Even Houston has music culture. LA has big music culture. Philadelphia, if we have a culture here right now, it would be the drill. And we're not, but that's not culture, so I can't even say that. So that's what we're trying to develop, that's what we're trying to create right now, is a culture so we can create a label. I can't create a foundation if I have no culture to come into it. What's the point of me having a label here if I have no culture to bring in the revenue, to bring the artistry to do it? So we at the ground level here in Philadelphia, the new regime we're building. So right now we're at the point of building a culture. In a year or two, we will have a label here because we had the artistry and we're now building the mediums to create market. But first we had to create the culture.
Yeah, the thing about, yeah.
Go out the door now, is it the new approved?
So no blackball anymore.
No, yeah.
That was a thing before streaming, before Instagram.
Let him ask you real quick.
Oh, okay.
Mike, I'm sorry.
All right.
The black ball. What you trying to get off?
I was just trying to ask him: is the black ball out? Is it the new approved now? Is black ball a concern?
Yeah. Is it any such thing as being blackballed?
I don't know about before, but blackball right now, no. You can get around it because of Instagram, because of streaming, because of your own outlets. So any name you could think of, they can't stop you because you can still create your own. You can still get your own following. You can then create your own following without any major media pushing you. You don't need a Atlanta Records to push you. You don't need a big rapper to push you for you to get a following. You know, Amir Ali has a big following with no backer, with no industry stamping him, with no budget, with no big artists pushing him, and he has a national following. So say if somebody try to blackball him, it would be impossible because he's already known in the brains of the people.
Right.
So, and that's through
What do you
media.
attribute that? What do you attribute that to?
Amir Ali specifically, or
Amir Ali specifically. What do you attribute that success
for one,
what he's doing to? If you know what I'm saying.
For one, you're not gonna hear nobody live rapping like him. So you only can go you only can go to his store to get him. You ain't gonna find him nowhere else. You know what I mean? Like a lot of other artists you can compare. No, Amir Ali's in his own. It's like, you know, you got 7 continents, then he's an 8th continent. It's like, dang, I ain't know it's 8th continent. Like, he's his own joint. So that's gonna be like, what's over there? Then when you go over there, he's a good artist, but also he knows, he's Nipsey Hussle, so he knows the game. So also he knows how to like, okay, I see America, but like, I'm gonna trade with y'all, but I'm not gonna be a part of y'all, because I got my own land. Good. And that's what makes him, he's gonna be like what the industry scared of, he's gonna be probably one of the first rappers to really be wealthy off of the streaming. Because he using the streaming and the social media to build his own world, and they can't stop it. Right. Like if they would have to partner with him, because in a year or two, he's gonna be able to make $100,000, $1 million independently, because he has his own cult following. Root World Culture is his own cult following that they just love him. He proved that when he dropped his tape on Even. He proved that with his 1.5 million streaming with no backing. He proved that with his sold out, and he had 2 sold out album release parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's proven that with everything he's touching is selling out, and it's just him and his team. So
y'all sort of laying a blueprint.
Yeah, Amir's laying the blueprint. Like, I ain't gonna say y'all, he's the new Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle. I'm just blessed to use him to bring Philadelphia in. See, it's like I had the fishing rod, he's the bait. They come now. I've been had the plan, but I ain't had the bait. Now I got the bait, now they all coming. So when Amir Ali makes it, now Philadelphia is on, because Amir Ali is representing Philadelphia. He's gonna bring in the industry. And then he'll be the last one. So like everybody had their 10s, Atlanta, New York, LA, Houston. Once Philly get it, ain't nobody coming after us. Right. Like it's gonna be Amir Ali, then whoever he chooses, like whoever he gonna bring up under him.
I want to ask you. I'm gonna throw 2 words at you. I want you. Yeah, I know.
You know, I want to throw the question at you.
Gatekeepers.
We gate openers.
Is there any such thing as gatekeepers in this city, or is that being misinterpreted?
I mean, they tried, but they even know it's a rap. So that's a dying. That word's going to extinct.
So is that why is that why you see people kind of teaming up, the old gatekeepers trying to?
Yeah, right.
They're scared. They like, and not to be redundant on Amir Ali, but Amir Ali is scaring the industry because he's what they didn't plan for. You know what I mean? Right. It's like a ship, you can't stop him coming. Like, it's going to come. Cool. The only thing that stop him is death. So how I look at it is like when Mir makes it, it's like the next version of Meek. Like when Meek made it, open the city, I mean, people believe. But when Mir make it, it's like, oh no, now the money's here. Now the money's here. When Meek made it, we didn't really capitalize off the money with him. We just was so hyped because we never seen it before. Right. When Mir makes like, oh no, we up on him. Oh hell no. Once we running in after him.
So when you say Mir's here, the money here, and you mention Meek with the money and capitalizing, in what way should we have capitalized the city off of Meek Mill's success? What do you think?
I think honestly.
And do you think there's a reason why it didn't happen that way?
I think there wasn't time, it was all timing. It wasn't the time because the city wasn't ready for that. Cool. The city ready for him. Because look what we had. We had these inner markets, independent platforms now that can make us prosper. When Meek made it, we didn't have the independent platforms. So we wasn't ready. Everything is timing.
Do you think sometimes is the crab in the barrel mentality that's here?
I would say this to you. When Meek made it, it was a lot of quote-unquote gatekeepers around at that time. He had to go through the circuit. When Mir make it, he breaks the circuit. So you could follow Mir way. That's how he the blueprint. You could follow how Mir made it and make it. Mir didn't make it through talking to a Charlie Mack or Cotton Cav or you know what I mean, going to T.I. He didn't go through them joints. He made it through, put out the tape, and doing features with independent Philly artists, and doing independent podcasts, and selling independent T-shirts. You know,
So the whole blueprint different.
the whole blueprint.
So
different.
the expected outcome's gonna be different.
Expect the out. There you go.
All right. Because I wanted to focus in on the crab in the barrel thing, but you sort of got around it because he's not, so to speak, in that barrel.
And he taught me this because I was you. Gatekeeper's crazy. I'm trying to cut them all down. And he like, no, bro. This is what we about to do. Like, we don't gotta do all that. Chill. And it's always like he a chess player. He's always finding the other way. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's just this way, bro. You gotta look through that way. You look at the wrong door. Oh, okay. And I learned to slow down. I learned to be quiet, study, chill, wait, timing. I mean, they say, you know, say a lot of the best of planners, or they say, man playing, God laughs. You feel me? I think I'm gonna make it when I'm gonna make it. No, you're gonna make it when you're supposed to make it. Just chill.
Well, you know, I think we talked before, and you asked me something about crab in the barrel, and I was like, crab's not even supposed to be in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. How
Crab
about
is what
that?
being- yeah. So he told me, I'm like, crab in the barrel. He like, bro, what you talking about, bro? Crabs ain't supposed to be in the barrel in the first place, so it's not even a real thing. And I'm like, right, what's the crab? He's like, what's the crab with natural habitat?
Basically, somebody put them in the barrel unwillingly.
You telling me?
And if all the crabs get smart,
Yeah, they won't get in that barrel.
climb up out of that joint.
So he
for
took my brain from being in the barrel to being in the ocean. You in the ocean, brother. You're not in the barrel. Get out the barrel mentality. Get back in the ocean. Oh, I can see things clearly. You know what I mean? Like I figure I get thanks for Amir. Like, why? Not because he's a hot artist. That's my friend, and he helps me to see things better for my own spirit. Like people are fans of his pen, but I'm blessed to understand how he thinks.
Yeah,
That's
you're
real.
a fan of the personal. You is personal. Yeah,
That's the real jewel.
you get a
him.
different American.
I think a lot of brothers that we think is in positions to help, I think they don't even know how. I think a lot of brothers that's in position, they slipped on a banana peel and got there.
They
Right, like I said.
look, they way there.
Yeah.
And
They don't even know how to help.
looking at them.
Like, what's up? They don't
Yeah,
even know what to do with the position they have, because when you look at them, you like, you got these for your friends, these guys over here that got money and power and really love you, as you can see, but you hanging with them.
Right.
They tell you right there how they think mentally, and I think sometimes it be by default.
Yeah. So basically, I get what he's saying is like sometimes we get in our own way.
Yes, I learned that. Even me myself. Yes,
Yeah.
overthinking,
Right.
trying to do too much. You have to chill. You have to it's ease. And I want to tell you this is like, it's a new regime. It's a new era.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to be in this era, to be able to see it fall, to watch it rise. See when something burns, they just make room for something to grow. So I'm loving the fall of the industry. I'm watching the rise of hip hop.
Right. And the thing is, you're able to capitalize off somebody else's mistakes as well. Some people don't understand how important that is, man, to pay attention to your predecessors.
I want to shout out Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel is somebody that I've been blessed to have about 10 conversations with one-on-one. And I've learned so much from being around a man who was around everything. And I looked at myself like, yo, I'm doing something right in my life where he's giving me wisdom on how to stay in the game for 20 years.
Good money.
And it's like, that's what it's about, wisdom, learning. I learned from Mac. I learned from reading Jay-Z books, Decoded. You know what I mean? I learned from watching Tupac documentaries. I learned from Nipsey Hussle. I learned from Amir Ali. I learned from Lil Russell. I learned from people that's not, you know what I mean? I'm a reader. So I think that's the part of the thing that Philly is failing. We don't want to learn. And what's sad is Philadelphia is a school. Philadelphia is a place you go to, that's where we get thoroughbreds. You come here to learn, to be thorough, like to understand. And once you understand, then you grow. We don't even want to learn. Like, and
Because I think in our city, man, what I've learned is that we prioritize the wrong stuff.
yes. Big
And
time.
we think the look, the feel, we pay more attention to a presentation than a real thing. You get me? In my opinion. And I think people scared, a lot of people scared to be themselves, and they always try to put on for everybody else and please everybody outside of them.
That's Philly's biggest problem. We're not individuals. We all want to talk alike. We all want to dress alike. We all look alike. It's horrible. There's no individuality here, and that's the worst thing. And back to Amir Ali, his music is national. When you hear Amir rap, you might think he's from Philly, but you're not sure. But you know he's a lyricist, and you happy you find out he's from Philly. You're like, okay, he's one of us. But it's individuals, and when you hear him, like we follow Chicago's trend. We follow Meek Mill's trend when he made it. We follow trends. So it's like, if we want to follow trends here, instead of being leaders, individuals, let's follow Amir Ali trend then, of being individual, of knowing your business and standing for something.
For sure.
Like, if we're going to be weak here and not be ourselves, let's just find the right person to follow. Because, you know, some people got to follow. Everybody don't got it to lead.
There's nothing wrong with following the right person.
Come on. Nothing wrong with following the right person. That was beautiful, yes. Like, everybody is not born to be shepherds. Some people are sheep, and that's okay because we need sheep. Without the sheep, there's no shepherd. Without shepherd, there's no sheep.
For sure.
You know? But it's like, let's follow the right shepherd.
Right.
We're following the wolf that thinks he's a shepherd. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Now, along the way of this mission, right, did it ever cross your mind that the people who were successful from here, right, did you ever look towards them and say, damn, why didn't they establish something here with their success? You get what I'm saying? To make it easier for us coming behind, or do you think there's a reason for that? A legitimate reason?
It was a time I used to be mad at Philly for that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But now I'm not, because look how we act. I wouldn't want to put nothing here either. They're going to destroy it. They're going to shoot it up. They're not going to respect it. Like, we don't have love for each other. But I want to know who named the city of brotherly love, because I cannot find it. Wow. You know what I mean? We're Philadelphia, and we're Philadelphia. We're proud of it. You know, I call a person king or queen, feeling me crazy, but I call you nigga or a hoe, you love it. Like, we are a program here. So it's like, yeah, if I'm successful, yeah, I'm gonna put it in Cali or Miami. We're gonna appreciate it.
But what if, like, say for instance, it's some people from the past where the dynamics of the city wasn't as bad, and these people made it out. And I always say to myself, that's why I'm trying to tap into you to see, did it ever cross your mind? I say to myself, why didn't so-and-so do something here? You feel me? It was long before the dynamics was like you say it is now.
I think, like, again, if I look at it like, all right, give us a rec center, a park, something like that. But as far as something like a restaurant or something that brings money, we don't have money here. We're not.
No, I'm saying, as far as the music industry.
Oh, the music, like part of the industry.
Any kind of acting or whatever a person made it out doing, why wasn't part of their interest to help? Because people know how hard it is to come out of Philly, right? We all know, but the question that always get unanswered is, why once we all make it out, we never double back to try to make it easier for people?
Once you become successful and you travel the country, in your mentality, you're probably like, I'd rather do it with anybody but a Phillian.
Wow.
Like, we be drawing. We be like, we have no respect. Like, we disrespect, we're mean. Like, who wants to do business with us? Like, we not good people mentality. I'm sorry, and I'm from Philly. And I'm not saying all, it's just the energy. When you go to other states, Carolina, Houston, Cali, Miami, they're saying good morning, hi, happiness. You feeling the love. You want to, Philly is like, you got to be on point everywhere. That's not good economically.
So Pete, what I'm saying now, how does that work in the big scheme of things of the unifying in the city that we're trying to accomplish?
So you see how we change? So I feel like, all right, this is where I come in. But with my world, the fresh world, no depth culture, positivity, 15 years of event, not one fight, not one shootout, probably not even one or two arguments in 10 years. I created an energy where it's cool, but that's I have a small pocket.
Right.
I got me my pocket big.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you plan to make that difference, or are you intending on
Leaving.
Yeah.
Oh no, see my plan, thank you. My plan is to bring arts to the city through, I want to put art centers in all the rec centers.
Okay.
That's my goal. My goal is to make every rec center have an art space inside, because I feel like Philadelphia has a lack of art resources. So if you're not going to put it in the schools, how you took it out, you got to put it in rec centers, because we still want to express it some way. If you put art in our rec centers, not just basketball and working out, because everybody in an athlete and everybody want to be husky, but everybody doing a rap, sing, poetry, draw, or paint. Everybody play an instrument. That's what everybody want to do. That's in our soul, especially people of color. That's going to make outside something to do. It's going to make the city better. We had to put the art back into the city, not just an industry, not just a building, throughout the city.
Right.
So my plan is to sit with the Cultural Arts Funding Program and the City Council and start pitching art programs in the rec centers. Because that's the young people. They outside, they bored. They're looking for something to do. But we know the art center got a free studio. Art center got a free with any type of class to get you to be artistic, poetry.
You know what's crazy? That's running parallel with an idea that I have, right? I was trying to open up a hip hop camp.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And if a person want to make merch, they want to engineer, they want to learn how to write 16 bars, count bars, they want to make beats. You know what I mean? They want a videographer, you know, have a hub to teach all of that.
See, listen, Jules, I'm not trying to create a building where people come in to get signed and get rich, because they don't know what to do with the money. I'm not trying to get people no money. That's not what Maurice, aka Fresh, is trying to do.
Right.
I'm trying to get people knowledge, culture, history, economics, law, to make better humans, to make better babies, to make a better nation.
There you go.
That's what I'm trying to do. They already had money, PPA. We don't do with no money.
Because, I'm glad you mentioned that, because people tend to think money fix everything, right? But money don't fix mindsets, right? Now, peep this. We see it right in front of us today with people, like our people got money, but they find themselves in the most craziest positions. P. Diddy.
There you go. Thank you.
You know, the stuff we're witnessing, money didn't fix these people, man. You had to fix something else before you get the money. I always push that too.
When you sitting there painting your little lion next to that girl who painting her flower and y'all talking, you gonna build and have a real relationship. Forget being a celebrity. I miss having friends. I miss having fun with my friends. I miss just playing 2K, playing basketball, playing space. I miss having fun with my friends. Somewhere along the line, I lost the fun. These art, culture, rec centers, I'm thinking is gonna bring back unity and love. I miss block parties. I don't care about no music industry. I just wanna have fun with my friends. And I'll put it all down. That's it. I'm doing this to call my friends and say, hey, quit your job, let's go have fun. One thing I watch by Meek Mills, I love about how he motivates me, how I see, I'm from South Philly. When he makes that call, these boys are little kids, because they about to go have fun. They know that wherever they about to go is popping. That's what I'm doing it for. To bring the fun back to a place that should never have lost it.
It was a massive shooting yesterday evening in Fairmount Park. You heard about it?
Yes.
9 people, I think, was injured. 2 people was killed.
Kids.
It was a gathering set up originally to have fun. Do you think that element is part of the hindrance of going back to them fun days, this chaotic element of this shoot 'em up, bang, bang? This joint sounded like the Gaza Strip, man.
That is the fun. So that's why we have to change the mentality. The fun for them is mask on, shoot 'em up, please try me, please let me use my thing that's on me. They want to do that because that's the culture of Philadelphia. The living culture is dirt bikes and drill music. That's the culture. That's the fun.
It didn't used to be.
But we ain't talking about what it used to be.
Right.
We about to talk how we about to evolve it too. We about to evolve it back to fun.
There you go.
Fresh vocal mics are fun. Nobody will ever tell you they came out of joint and didn't have fun unless they were mad and didn't perform. They still had fun.
And you never hear that kind of issue going in your gatherings, my guy.
You won't.
Crazy y'all saying this, I'm sorry to interrupt y'all. You know what I mean? But I just want to show you what you mean when you say they ain't got, this is what they calling fun.
Are you kidding me?
Emotions happening?
No.
Yeah, they using, what's it, paintball guns?
They BB guns.
BB guns. So their fun is going around shooting BB guns. Their fun
It's a bunch of kids, they in the hood, they run around, they all got these big
Guns.
huge BB
So
guns.
from-
somebody just posted, I'm sitting there scrolling, I'm like, damn.
10 to 16, the fun from a black male from Philly from 10 to 16 is killing. That's the fun. Shooting. 10 to 16. That is the future of my city. This is why it is really important that you fund fresh in these rec center art. I'm giving it to you. If you want nobody to start robbing y'all white people that y'all bring in here, if you want the young boys to stop jamming everybody and going downtown and looting, if you want to have control of the city, you gotta bring back the arts, because energy is gonna do what it's gonna do, whether positive or negative. I keep telling y'all this.
Yeah.
So until you implement some art and culture into the community, it will get worse and worse and worse, because the young boys will come outside and do what they want, because their mom and daddy's either working 2 jobs or their daddy ain't around, because they got support.
So they need something positive to grab their attention.
And everybody don't want to play ball no more because it's proven it's not working, and everybody don't want to work out.
Everybody want to be a part of the culture, though. Culture is what drives our people. Be honest with you, it drives the whole world.
Culture is the word. If anything, let's go back further. Hip hop drives the whole world. So that's why I call Amir Ali the Messiah of rap. What you mean Messiah of rap? Because when he raps, it sounds like how rap's supposed to sound, for one, but for two, when first of all, him making Philly better, because they see it's possible. When they see a Black Thought take a picture with him, or a Meek Mill shouting him out, it makes them know, like, oh, it's possible. I just seen Mayor. My man know Mayor. It makes them like want to chill. I'm watching people change their life because they can call me, or they can call Mayor. They're changing their whole life because they like, we're not missing the wave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so once he makes it and he can show, because people are materialists, a nice car, they're going to put the guns down.
Oh, just make a difference, right?
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it works. It did it for me. When Meek made it, it changed my life. I just was buying weed from this bull on the corner. And now he with Rick Ross in Miami. Whoa, it's changed my life.
Yeah.
It's possible. That's what
they call it, motivation. The motivation.
First bringing back the motivation.
For sure.
Because it's drive here on motivation.
Right. And
Yes.
I peep it.
That's why I show everything. You gotta tell me, but put your phone down. I show Mayor whole life because I'm gonna let y'all see it's real. I show you on my gram 3,000 pictures, no pictures the same. I show you my whole life. When I make it, my funeral, my whole obituary is on my gram. I showed you everything. You wanna see Philly? Go through my gram. I got everybody.
Right.
I got everybody when they started.
Good money.
Everybody. They all started under, I'm the father of hip hop in Philly. They started under my open mics. They started under my post. You get a post from Fresh, the whole Philly gonna know who you are.
That's real.
It's up to you what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I see in you that you mean it, bro.
Bro, I mean it.
And you got like
I
this
sacrifice
energy.
for this.
You got this, it's like a magnetic type energy of positivity, bro. And for real, and you getting all the right attention. You feel what I'm talking about?
Thank you.
Yeah, and
That's a good question about choir.
yeah, I want to get into that.
Positive young kid.
Let me hear it. So, LGP Choir. Rest his soul. I never met him personally. I don't know if you have.
I met him a few times.
But he gave me positive energy, right? And he succumbed to the very thing that he was advocating against.
Right.
What do you think leads up to that kind of demise?
Leads up. I mean, honestly, sir, it goes back to we need the art funding in the rec center. Them young boys ain't nothing to do. That's regular. Like, it's people like, oh my God, it's regular. Like, you shouldn't say that, but it's true. What he did, that's gonna happen again this week. It just happened to be him. They didn't see him as be quiet. They see him with a guy. They got something nice and they want it. It's just what is it? That's how it is in Philadelphia right now. You know what I mean? You see the guys that shot him look like every guy you see in Philadelphia's age. Like,
and it put
like
me in
every
mind
guy.
like Nipsey Hussle type shit. It's like,
Yeah.
sometimes it make you say, sometimes it may make you say, this positive work that me trying to fix.
Quad was a positive rapper, but he lived in the trenches.
That's what I'm saying.
So it doesn't matter what he
And that's
about.
why I bought Nip.
Yeah.
Because it's like these guys are falling victim, right, while trying to help.
But Quad different than Nip because Nip really had the access to help. Quad didn't. Quad wasn't rich. Like, Quad was around. He lived in Philadelphia, not St. Line Avenue. Okay? So it's like, he's buying weed. Like, he's pulling up and buying bud. That's not, he's not getting no real money. Like, you mean real players got the...
You gonna change it though?
Huh?
Money or help?
No, if you up, you're not about to pull him by 8th off of nobody.
No, I'm saying money not gonna change the
Now, if he had money, he also might not be on Emma Luzerne.
Right, I'm saying not his situation. I'm just saying money not gonna change the issue in Philadelphia.
Oh no, that's why I said back to the art culture. Yeah, we need the young boys. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. The young boys need a whole new program.
Right.
So until I can't wait for Amir Ali to make it for them to change.
Right.
I can't wait for myself to make it, but City Hall can do the art thing right now.
Right.
They have money for funding to get people to mass and tasks. Because every city council has their environment, which had access to virtual rec centers, and you start use influencers to be the faces of the hubs. You get $2.
What do you think? What do you think about, without mentioning no names, people that have a level of success, right, but still ascribe to the dumb shit? They still have shooters and drug dealers around them 24/7.
They're ungrateful.
Do you think that works against the grain of what we trying to accomplish?
Yeah, it's ungrateful. Like, it's like you came this far to still do that. It's ungrateful. I hate that. I hate when I see people get there and they do stuff like that because the kind of people want to be in your position. So I feel I don't feel.
Do you think is they scared of people judging them, saying, "Oh, you fronting on the day ones, the hood"?
The most dangerous job in the world is a rapper. They try to prove, because they can fight against their ego. They try to prove something to the world of people that they don't even know. One day I said out of mirror, somebody said something negative on his joint, and we all about to go at the person, and we deleted it. He said, "Yo, I deleted it. Y'all don't gotta go at him. I could just delete it. I could choose not to go at it." A lot of people would have went at it, right?
I ignore every negative comment that come across my joint. It's so easy to ignore it and delete it.
What if Nipsey wouldn't have called that guy a snitch? Would he still be alive? See, he says 40 laws of power. A lion doesn't argue with a mouse, doesn't combat with a mouse. So you don't gotta tell him that he is what you already know he is, because you're the king, so that's gonna hurt him more than anybody else.
And guess what? I went in deeper with that and said, if you on a positive side of the fence, right? What is your interest with this man being a rat? If you no longer in the mix and you pumping positivity, what is your interest with that? That's that man's business, and that's the street business. If you ain't pumping that or you ain't involved, why even?
So I see Quad Chain, that joint nice, how I get one. He see Quad Chain, that joint nice, I need that one.
I'm rich.
It's his mentality. I have a mentality of, that's motivation for me to get mine. I believe in myself because I believe in you. He sees it as, oh, I seen that, I want it, I'm going to do what I gotta do to take it from you. It's a mentality thing. So we have to change this guy mentality from the essence,
I want to say this. In history,
It's worth more than what they think what it is.
In history, right, it's never been a whole body of people that's been turned around at once. And there's always been particulars out of the bunch that you grab. So I like to always tell everybody that's doing the work we doing to not expect that, because you're gonna get let down. You ain't gonna change everybody. So the thing is, the ones that you reach, count that to the plus. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna change the world, dog.
So the 5% say, you know, the 5% is the poor righteous teachers. And the 5% job is to teach the 85%, the deaf, dumb, and blind. And they go to war with the 10%. 10% is the oppressors, the one that rules. So 5 plus 10 plus 85 is 100. So the 5%, the poor righteous teachers, the guys and guys of the planet, the ones that know, they have understanding, that overstand, teach the 85, deaf, dumb, and blind, that turns to 90. Now in the 10, they don't even count. But the 10% has power because they control the 85. They control the sheep. So our job, you know, Noble Drew Ali, Malachi Z. York, you know what I mean? Any great prophet, any great messenger job was to go against the 85. I mean, go against the 10 to build with the 85. But the thing is, the 85, they always kill the 5. They always kill the 5. The 5 get killed by their own. We still do it today. I wish no death on no other race, but we will kill our own race faster than any other race. That's a mentality thing that's negative. We hate ourselves, so we hate everyone that looks like us. So we will always be at the bottom to learn to love ourselves. And this is why they teach us, we started with slavery. No, we started as kings and queens. But they can't teach you that because they'll give you self-love. See, I'm powerful because I know that I never was a slave. I never was beat. I started as royal. And I skipped that slavery time period, and I came back as another king. So I have this type of mentality. You know what I mean? I'm in the book of the Lamb. You know what I'm saying? I'm chosen. I did something right in the past life to come back and better this life. But these people think they just were slaves, and they just been beaten. And then because of that, they just hate everybody and just mad at the white man. White man, that's my son. I'm not mad at my son. Right. He comes from me. I'm the first. I'm black.
You just pointed out something key. Our people run around angry, and that's where a lot of this stuff coming from.
But they're angry because they don't know who God is. They don't know how it started. They don't know why they're here. They learned their history from their parent who probably ignorant in their school who lied to them. Not Maurice, which means more melanated man. Right. You know what I mean? Like I know I started, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. I know I come from her. I know I come from something feminine, something beautiful, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Yeah. So I know when I'm stressed, I know where to go. I know how to go to a garden and sit with myself, listen to my spirit, talk to me.
You understand that's a blessing.
I know about universal law.
Because to be deprived of that, you feel me?
I know about people people graduate out of my alma mater. Alma mater is other mother. No, I go to my first mother, and not the one I came out of, the Mother Nature, Mother Earth, the studies of the planet. You know what I mean? I study Allah's creation, everything that's here, and that's what makes me who I am. Right. So when you start from the core of being a king and then losing your rank, because you went to war with the Arabs, and then the Arabs got their little power, then the Europeans came and did that, and you understand, okay, that's why the Arabs got the gold and the oil, and the Europeans, oh, they just got our straw man, they just own our names. Or the Asians, oh, they were smart, and they did their own thing, and that's why they coming from behind quietly. Oh, an Indian, they in their own world, like, all right, bet. But the war against who? The original black man, because the original black man know who he was first, and he came from her, and she was really first, and we protect the black woman. That's everything. Right. That's culture. That's unity.
How do you translate that to a bunch of deaf, dumb, and blind, though?
Ooh, that's a great question. You ask some questions and make them go within. You prove that everything they know is from a book. No, go through your heart. You already know everything. The thing is, we're here to remember, not to learn. We already know everything. They make us forget what we already know. I know not to fuck my mother. I know not to kill my brother. I know there's an inner thing. I know I can't do that. It's in my genes. It's not DNA. Like, I know when I come out the nipple to suck the nipple. Why do I know that?
It's innate.
It's innate. I know to blink. I know to breathe. I know everything.
Deep.
I know. But then they put things in me to make me forget, to close down my pineal gland. You know what I mean? To close down my chakra system, to make me watch with 2 eyes and not my first eye. That's the whole thing.
They say if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book.
That's shout out to Black and Nobel.
That's deep.
Hakeem, Black and Nobel. I read the books that's not in Black and Noble. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Yeah, Black and Noble. Yeah, Black and Noble. I read the Black and Noble books. Give me the books that's banned. Give me the books that they don't want to see. Why? What is the Secret Service? What is in Fort Knox? Why do we have to have zone systems to fly and to sell? What are you hiding? What's in the Bermuda Triangle? You know what I mean? What is Social Security for? You know what I mean?
Why do we get denied for bank loans?
Why do we have European last names?
Based on zip codes?
Yeah, I ask questions.
Stuff like that.
Why do we speak English? Conquered by the British.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why is the U.S. flag? Oh, replica of the Britain flag. Oh, why is Queen of England? What is a president? These are things that you have to ask. Once you ask these, you realize America's a business, a system.
Right.
No, I am from Empire of Maxim. I am from the original landmass before. It was the Europeans came over here. I'm one of the first. When Independence Hall was the first president, James Hansen, before Christopher Columbus. Right. You know what I mean? Christopher Columbus, George Washington, the first people.
You can't get this stuff in school.
City Hall.
I'm going to tell you that right now. You ain't getting this in school.
Yeah, no, South Philly was first. Pyramid under the Art Museum.
Give it to him, Fred.
Like,
give it to him.
I'm talking about original talk before school, before the treaties.
Right.
Before they said you can't say.
Because school is a money grab too.
Shout out to Harambe. Shout out to the underground schools, Sankofa, you know, that try to teach truth. And they're all watered down as well, but you can't stop truth. See, I'm just me being here.
2 of my kids went to Harambe. Yeah.
Amir grandfather started Harambe.
Nizzy went to Harambe when he was younger.
Started Harambe, created it.
Yeah, Najee and I said went to Harambe for a couple of years.
And so what I know, people around me know. And I'm saying this on camera because you can't stop the truth. It's already out here. I just studied it. Like, I didn't make this up.
Right.
Like, I just found it, build on it, and this is what we're going to teach in our new schools.
You got a bunch to offer, my guy, a bunch of benefit, man, and I hope people are seeing it the way I'm seeing it. You feel me?
Had to drop jewels with the jeweler. That was it,
for
man.
sure. Now, I want to ask you 2 things, man, before we close out. Back to the hip-hop, right? First one is, what is your Mount Rushmore Philly rappers?
Of all time or right now?
Yeah, just a Mount Rushmore of all time.
Oh yeah, all that. Yeah, duh. All right, all time. Gotta put Meek up there.
Okay.
Yeah, Meek made me believe. Mir is my favorite rapper. Amir Ali, already on it. Beanie Siegel, Mr. South Philly. And how many is Mount Rushmore? 4 or 5?
I think it's 4.
All right, so Amir Ali, Beanie Siegel, Meek Mill, and one more. All time.
Think about it, Mount Rushmore Philly. You got a good lineup so far.
I'm gonna keep it real. This is fresh as Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore, okay?
Come on with it.
This is freshest. And it's funny because all 4 I want to say is super hot and nobody can debate them. Meek Mill, Fire, Mr. Flamer, Beanie Siegel, Legend, Bar to Bar with Jay-Z, Amir Ali, Messiah Rap, and the next one, Sick. Nobody flowed better than this boy named Sick. Full flow.
Sick?
Yeah. Yep.
You gotta put me on.
Yeah, I just blessed him just now, but
Sick.
Sick?
Sick is sick.
Yeah, his name is Sick. S-I-C. You can't spell music without Sick.
I'm gonna look for him now. You got me on something.
Yeah, the way he flow.
And he made your Mount Rushmore?
He made my Mount Rushmore because I like, whenever he rap for somebody, jaw on the floor.
Just like that.
Just like that. He's, my Mount Rushmore be not everybody because he stopped.
Oh, he don't get at it no more?
Yeah, he fell back. He fell back.
Wow.
I mean, like, he stopped.
You got anything on him, send it to me when we get off.
Say less, but yeah.
Another one. We had a song back in the day, Self-Destruction.
Self-Destruction.
A bunch of the artists came together to try to offset the violence.
Public Enemy joint, right?
No, it wasn't just it was a conglomerate of artists.
Okay.
Bunch of people on it. KRS-One, a lot of people.
Real quick, speaking of KRS-One, I want to shout him out real quick. He has a book that a lot of people know about called The Hip Hop Gospel.
Okay.
one of the best books I've read in my life. He writes like a Bible. He talks about how hip hop started, hip hop is for, and he goes through the whole history of hip hop and tell you how to use it as a weapon.
Good money. So this song was curated to offset the things that was going on, the violence and the chaos that was going on in our inner city communities at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward 2025, we see what we dealing with. We just talked about a lot of it, right? If you were summoned to put together a 2025 self-destruction, what would be some of the artists you would bring together?
I would
think about it as a whole positive situation. It got to do with influence. Who got the influence? Who got the talent? Who gonna hit it positive?
Honestly, to be real, I wouldn't put artists there. I would have a no death culture event. We had to come and rap with a message that's positive, and I want it to be in the community only. Cause that's more powerful. Instead of us getting these rappers that's all the message, no, let's bring the community, but challenge them to rap on a self-destruction type of atmosphere, type of message. Because we need to see it from within. It's something special when you go to Walmart and you see the person checking out, and you're like, yo, I seen you singing. It's something special when you out somewhere and they are quote unquote regular, but you know their talent. So I seen something on Instagram, a girl said, celebrities are the new weirdos. And it's like, yo,
what she mean by that?
So she was saying how when people become celebrities, they change how they look, how they act, and it's become weird, and it's true. You'll love a person, they get on, it's like, damn, them jeans tight as shit. Damn, why you call them piercings? Damn, why you say that? Damn, why you doing that? Like, it's like the person that I love before you made it, you're not even that person no more, cause you went around LA and got around that weird shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought I was the only one noticed that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's how she pointed that out.
It was beautiful.
Because I see it. They turn weird.
They turn weird.
And you say, this ain't with you.
You know why they turn weird though? Because they get out of their culture. They get out of the people that made them who they are, and they try to impress these new people that got money and they lose their self, because them people, they lost their self. That's a catch.
Right.
People that's rich already lost their self. That's why they lonely. It's like killing themselves and doing weird sex shit and just doing the crazy shit in the world because let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. This is real. When I was in Atlanta, I keep bringing Atlanta, but I met so many celebrities, and we know why they love me, why they love Fresh. They say I made them feel regular again. Like, the secret of celebrity is they don't like that feeling. They hate that they can't walk in Walmart. They hate that they can't go play ball. They hate that they can't just somebody meet them and it's just normal, opposed to because of who they are. That makes them cry at night. Like, that's why they stay up all night.
Some people, well, it's hard to be that level celebrity and still be regular, I guess.
Why do you think J. Cole will go ride a bike in New York? He's doing that for his soul. Hold up, I don't like this. Y'all doing too much. Let me grow these locks, cover my face. Y'all worshiping me too much. Thou shalt not worship other idols. Allah shall no partners. I don't like this. I'm regular like you, riding a bike. I'm 3,000, I'm regular like you. I'm on Chestnut Street. That's just Derrick Rose. I'm walking around Chicago. They're showing I still got my soul.
So that mean that it can somewhat be done. You can separate yourself from that and still be regular.
Oh, absolutely, you can.
It depends on what's the dominant influence.
Let me tell you, you had to. I'm a forsake my boy Amir Ali. Amir Ali will go do a feature with a guy that works at Fresh Grocer if he likes his song. Amir Ali will go do a platform, or will do an interview on a podcast that has 100 subscribers.
You could just pure, solid stuff.
That's
the stuff, man.
And he also got shit.
That's what's going to win, man.
You feel me?
That's what's going to win. That mindset, that type of move out.
A king is not somebody that rules over the people. A king is somebody that's ruled by the people. People think king is y'all literal. No, the people will tyrant and kill the king. They don't like what the king is doing. Don't ever get it messed up.
Revolt.
They will revolt. You know what I mean? I'm FreshTheLegend, but you know why I'm a legend? Because I'm a server. I serve the people.
I see it.
I just said Jesus washes the feet of his his apostles. Yeah, his concubines wash their feet to show that no, I'm one of you. I'm you. Yes, God's put me on a pedestal, but it's the pedestal to do God's work, which is to show you who you are. That's all. I'm not better than nobody. I'm just showing you who you are. I'm a teacher. I'm just a teacher. So as a teacher, I look down at my students, but also learn from my students as well. And sometimes I sit in that desk with them too. And sometimes they stand up and they teach me.
I want to let you know something. It take a special type individual to be able to keep it even like that. You feel me? And y'all guys are special, man. And that's why I'm back in the whole play. I'm here for it. I want to be a part of it and all that. You feel me? And there's nothing to gain except what we discussed in this whole interview. You get me? Money wasn't never put up front of none of that. You feel me? And that's a testimony to the character of the people. Mm-hmm. And you're definitely legend, bro.
And I want to say this. My boy, he could have chose anybody to manage him. Charlie Mack, this person, like, I'm not gonna name drop, but like, Mike Brown, like, he could have, he's Amir Ali.
Right, for sure.
I mean, Garcia, he could have called any of them. Yo, manage me, he could have called any of them. Garcia, Mike Brown, somebody manage me, I'm popping.
Right.
He let me manage him. Why he let me at everybody? Because he know I'm about the community.
Pure stuff, man.
He know I'm gonna help him keep his soul. And he know that I don't want nothing from him but to see him succeed because I see what he say.
Yup.
You know what I mean? And that's why what we have is magical.
Agenda
now.
stuff and all
No
that.
hidden agenda.
But that's how it's supposed to be. And God brings the right people together all the time. You feel me? Sometimes we ain't got nothing to do with it. You feel me? Fresh the Legend, man. I appreciate you coming, man.
Great, I love this.
Man. We gotta do some more, man.
Let's continue to build, keep dropping jewels, and you keep being an OG that keeps spilling to us because your word matter, and we need.
it.
And let me tell you this, leave you with this. The problem with society is the disconnect of the youth to the OGs. You know, I first got on your radar, besides White Boy interview, shout out White Boy, love you to death. Right. Besides White Boy interview was seeing you at that platform outside Philly, building with your sons, giving them game.
For sure.
And I'm like, yo, that's what we need. People that's not scared. These old heads that did 10 years and bodies and ran blocks, they scared of these young boys.
Nah.
They scared of them.
You can't be.
Young boy, no, they scared of them. No, you cannot be scared of what you helped to create. You helped to create this little bastard. He's drawing. You helped create him because you was doing what you was doing 20 years ago to make this the new cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't in life.
So you gotta take part of that and
he a little
responsibility.
you. And you scared of him?
Yeah, right.
Go to him and what you gonna find out is he gonna cry and hug you because he don't have you and he miss you. Right. These young boys don't even got no uncles. These young boys don't even know what an alpha male is.
That's what's missing.
These young boys have been raised by their moms. The young boys is sweet for real. That's why they use their gun. It takes nothing to close. These young boys are shooting like this. These young boys, this is nothing. Emotional that heart thugs. To do that. They emotional. I
call them emotional thugs.
That's why they go to jail and they get rained on. You're not a man because you kill somebody with a gun. That don't make you a man. It takes nothing. My daughter is 5. She can kill you with a gun. She's 5. That does not make you a man. These young boys are boys. They think they men because the men are scared to check them. Not me. And I'm a grown man. And no felonies, I don't got license to carry because I'm gonna talk to your spirit.
There you go.
You feel me? Cause you put a gun on me, it's something that you did wrong. Right. So we're gonna talk to you, brother. What do you need? Well, why are you doing? Why are you hurt? Cause you killing me gonna heal you.
Well, what you see with me is what you get, bro. And you know, I got a somewhat dark past that I never lead with because what it done for me, it done for me. I don't want to never put that out there to misinterpret me as glorifying things that ain't cool. Meaning to say I don't regret all of it because it molded me to who I am, right? And it's one of the key reasons why I'm pushing back now and I'm trying to help save these little dudes we talking about. But that's me, man. I've been doing this stuff before camera, and none of that ever came out, you know what I mean? That's just who I am. So
We'll continue to
I
live.
figure I'll put it to the front. You feel me?
Yes, sir. We'll continue to live to legendary.
Yeah,
man.
we gonna keep it. We
Peace,
gonna
y'all.
keep it moving. We got our Amir Ali coming soon too,
High
man.
Street, high this thing out. Download High Street, listen to it, and continue to live to be legendary. Peace.
Like I had 2 life sentences. I'm from the P, but I'm old dog off a menace. I was raised in the trenches. You was playing gymnast. Plug through me work, I threw the cash back tennis. I grind all winter. Niggas just beginners. Hit my number twice.